can Broken Ambitions for 3, Orsini Jones can choose to pay, but then he
then
not
the
activate the
Windburst
Windburst
shut
Kites.
off. Which seems like he's just trying to figure out which way do I shut off the heights.
Exactly.
I think you counterbalance here. He's already played a land this turn. He played the Mutavault.
Oh, because he wanted to... Right, he wanted to be able to pay for
the Broken Ambition.
He wanted to be able to pay for Broken Ambition, so he's already played a land. So I'm with you. I counter and bounce Windburst Kites. The Windburst Kites can't come down until next turn.
No,
he lets it resolve. Oh, it's 2 Cryptic Commands.
Oh, I thought
that's part of what's going on. He lets it resolve.
Sorry.
All right. Now, Orsini Jones looks over at Broodmate Dragon, Cryptic Command. His Thoughtseize is resolving, but he knows that he's not actually going to get to activate Windburst Kites, because one of those Cryptic Commands is going to happen.
So?
Yeah, I'm with Mateo. You take the dragon there. I'm actually a little bit surprised Nassif let that happen. Like, what is he doing with the other half of Cryptic Command that's better than drawing a dragon? Right? Is he going to bounce draw a card?
He can also just counter the spell that's under.
Oh. That's what he's doing. He allows Orsini Jones to attack. He's willing to take 3. He's sitting on Cryptic Command, figuring, okay, fine. I'm just going to counterspell the card that's under the heights. Instead of counterspelling the Thoughtseize, he's going to counterspell the Ajani. Yeah, it takes 2 of those Vivid tokens to do it, but yes. Dismisses Ajani. Alright, Windburst Kites dealt with. Yep. None of this bounce it and have to deal with it in a couple of turns stuff. I'm just going to counter it now.
Still sets him back a land. Comes into play tap next turn if he wants to do it.
Go.
Oh, up on the other table, Yamamoto has Ajani Vengeance in play. So edge to the Japanese rookie, but pretty even. Alright, Orsini Jones and his 3 Spectral Procession tokens are interested in attacking, and Nassif says sure. It's like Orsini Jones has another Windburst Kites.
Gabe is thinking.
Orsini Jones' hand includes Elspeth, Cloud Goat Ranger, and a pair of Burnt and Forge Senders.
Yeah. Now, it looks like Nassif has a Plumeveil, and he's trying to decide whether or not he wants to tap out and prevent a point of damage, essentially.
Yeah.
Nope,
I don't think
he does
so.
not.
Yeah, no way. I think it's a deck with multiple Planeswalkers. Alright, here's Elspeth.
Elspeth, draw card.
It's just effectively baiting the other Cryptic Command, right? It's also both counters off the Vivid lands to do it. But I think Gabe's got to, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Cards.
Alright, dismisses Elspeth. Now here's Windburst Kites, which is what Orsini Jones was baiting. It's like, alright, let me get rid of the Cryptic Command. Bitter Blossom, Path to Exile Plains are Orsini Jones' choices. So, presumably Bitter Blossom.
It's pretty good. Kind of like Path to Exile too, though. Attack, kill your blocker. That's what Path to Exile's best at doing.
Yeah.
Go.
Yamamoto has resolved to Siege Gang now, so...
He's trying to find a token that the judges don't have. He's give me Spectral tokens, give me Goblin tokens, I need counters from my Planeswalker.
Alright, Gabriel Nassif...
Yeah, what, 4 cards?
...continues to get attacked by 3 Spectral Possession tokens. There's now a new Windburst Kites squaring off against him. The Disruption package for Orsini Jones has done its job. His Broodmate Dragon got sent to the bin. There's even a Mutavault on the other side, so Nassif can't even bounce a token to turn off the heights. Nassif chose to Cryptic Command that Elspeth instead of Broken Ambitions. Interesting. He didn't know Orsini Jones had that Windburst Kites.
No, I think he drew the Broken Ambitions off the Cryptic Command.
Oh, he drew the Broken Ambitions off the Cryptic Command?
I believe so, yeah.
That's probably right. All right, we have a result from the other match. This is now the last match. Akimasa Yamamoto wins 3-2, defeating Jan Roos. We said he had the better sideboard plan for the Boat Brew Mirror, and it paid off.
Pulling into a tie for the Rookie of the Year race.
Yeah, he's now tied with Robinson. And he's waiting for the winner of this. All right, Nassif casts Infest.
Well, that's a nice card to have right there.
Now,
and
Cloud Goat Ranger gets Broken Ambitions.
Broken Ambitions and a big
I like that Broken Ambitions.
big cheer for
Sorry,
me.
I said the crowd liked the Broken Ambitions. Yeah.
All right, has Nassif actually stabilized here? This is the way the 5-color controlled deck is supposed to work, right?
That's 3 cards.
Trade some cards, trade off some life. Now his opponent's got just a Mutavault, and he's still got 14 life to play with. Threatening to take control of the game, I think. But there's still a grip full of cards on Massini Jones' side.
What are you at now?
All right.
11 before this result.
So Nassif has Esper Charm and Plume Veil. That's interesting. Do you, how many cards does Orsini Jones have? Do you go discard 2 here,
I
maybe?
think he has 3.
I might go discard 2. And then Thoughtseize hits the Plume Veil, which is... Or maybe he wants the Plume Veil in play to shut off Mutavault. Plume Veil is actually pretty relevant, huh? He can respond with either of his spells, and then get the other one Thoughtseized. So it's like, what's the best... He's going to have no hand.
He can also draw 2.
He can draw 2, right, and then lose what? Wow, that's tricky. Plume Veil's pretty relevant with Mutavault as Orsini Jones' only attacker.
He has to maybe just let Orsini Jones make the choice.
Does he? Can he? Yeah, he can
cast either one.
Right. Felwar makes white for the Plume Veil. Two white vivids work too. So which one?
3 cards you have left.
And if Esper Charm, then which mode? Yeah, I don't think discard 2 is right.
You're gonna draw 2 in response.
Draw 2. Yeah. And
Cryptic Command.
he drew Cryptic Command and a land. So Plume Veil or Cryptic Command. He's going to survive with one of those. Yeah. Takes Cryptic Command, because we know Orsini Jones has a path to exile.
Yeah.
Alright, Mutavault comes over for 2. 12 to 9.
Okay.
2 Forge Tenders.
2 Forge Tenders. Yeah, he's back up to 3 attackers, by the way. He can go Mutavault, Forge Tender, activate Heights, and he can path to exile. He's got just enough land to do everything he wants to do next turn.
Do we know what he has under? Does he have the Bitter Blossom under there, or the
I think it's a Bitter Blossom. Nassif plays Vivid Land.
Oh, I'm sorry, Path to Exile was the other card we had seen.
Go.
Alright.
Rich Hagen's biting his nails out. His nails off as he tries his best to be impartial.
Activates Mutavault. Here come 3 attackers. So Windbrisk Heights.
Have a basic land, Gabriel Nassif.
Alright, we know Nassif has a Plume Veil. Orsini Jones knows Gabriel Nassif has a Plume Veil. Seems like a pretty obvious card to throw out at this point. Check. There's Plume Veil. Alright, before blockers, it was Path to Exile under the Windbrisk Heights, just the way you drew it up, Brian. Nassif goes, gets an island. And Nassif
That seems a lot less painful than it could have been.
Yeah, it was not the greatest Windbrisk Heights ever.
8.
Nassif takes 4 down to 8. All right. Nassif needs to draw threats. Ooh, Thoughtseize. Sees nothing. Sees reflecting pool. Yeah, Gabriel Nassif playing off the top of the deck. That's what we talked about. This is Orsini Jones's plan. Get some threats. Top decker, no. Nassif forced to play off the top of his deck. He's going to slow roll all of us, himself included. He's drawn the card face down in front of him, and he hasn't even looked at it yet. He's trying to figure out, what can it be? What do I need it to be? Arrange my lands. He's got a sort of sly smile on his face.
My ultimatum mana.
Oh, there's his ultimatum mana. That's the card that he wants. Cruel Ultimatum is the card he's hoping to top deck. And... Oh! Oh my God! Ultimatum! Off the top! Wow! He arranged the mana in the shape of the one spell that he had to draw.
Form of Cruel
goodness. Form of Cruel Ultimatum.
I think you have more fans than I do. So those can't be tapped anyways.
Wow.
Holy Honolulu, Batman.
I'm gonna bring back
Broodmate Dragon?
Broodmate Dragon.
That seems fair.
And yeah. I go back to 9.
Oh my goodness.
Draw 3 cards.
Oh, and Bull, by the way, draw 3 cards. Alright, so Nassif gains 5 life up to 9. Orsini Jones loses one of his Forge Tenders and loses the card in his hand, which was a Path to Exile. Nassif gets a Broodmate Dragon back from his graveyard and gets 3 cards off the top.
Go.
Wow.
That's
we
all?
talked about it. That's Orsini Jones had to just...
Orsini Jones is...
Oh, he's trying the same play? I'll slow roll and figure out what I need it to be. No, there are no spells in Orsini Jones' deck resembling Cruel Ultimatum in terms of power.
Although, I mean, he still has a little bit of a...
Yeah, the Mutabolt's relevant, but the Dragon's going to come down. Orsini Jones has only got 2 life left. Like... I think he just drew Cryptic Command, too. So, yeah, he can Dragon with Cryptic Command back up. Gabriel Nassif, ladies and gentlemen.
Yep.
Must be nice to be that good at Magic.
Go.
I could only imagine that Gabe would respond to is.
Must be and is. Akimasa Yamamoto waits in the semifinals with his Boat Brood deck for the winner of this game. 2 4/4 dragons in his pile. There's the handshake. Gabriel Nassif wins 3 games to 2. Needed to get a little lucky there in game 5 and did. Wow. Awesome game of Magic. Got a little unlucky in the earlier game, so maybe that breaks out.
Very lucky.
Yes, very lucky. Wow. Even Nassif shaking his head and smiling.
That's kind of ridiculous.
Kind of ridiculous. Wow.
Is that the headline on the feature match? Kind of ridiculous.
Wow. That was insane.
You know, I've always been a little jealous that I wasn't able to be in the booth
in Honolulu? For the Lightning Helix
for the
top
Lightning
deck?
Helix. I think Mike's gnashing his teeth somewhere right now.
That was a fun moment. That was awesome. Wow. Yeah, the crowd went berserk. A lot of people pulling for Nassif here. I mean, it'd be nice to see him,
It's hard
win another
not
one.
to pull for Nassif.
Yeah, he's a great guy. He's so humble, and he's also so good. Just, nice guy, great Magic player, been around forever, continuing to put up riickulous results.
A lot
of people would love to see him win a second Pro Tour.
And does not have an individual Pro Tour win.
Right.
His Pro Tour win came in Atlanta.
Yeah.
As a team with Gabe Sang and who was their third? I don't remember off the
Been a
top
while.
of my head. The big news was
David Rude.
David Rude. That's right.
I gotta feel bad for Matteo Orsini-Jones too. He's sitting there thinking he's won, right? He's sitting there. I'm gonna beat Gabriel
What do I have to
Nassif.
do?
I'm going through the semifinals of the Pro Tour. This is awesome. No. I've got Nassif with the slow roll. Literally drew the card face down.
It's the only card it can be.
Arranged the mana. Almost as is that more dramatic than the Craig Jones top deck? Got the Englishman on the other side of it this time.
Oh,
Interestingly.
a little vintage.
So the top deck and a Jones on the other side. They're both Joneses.
And a Frenchman on the other side.
Yeah, it's true. It's France against England. Apparently that's the top deck battle. France beat crazy. Yeah, I'm sure a lot. Orsini Jones is fan club, getting ready to go to bed now at like whatever 4 in the morning, whatever it is in England. Crazy match of Magic. That was a fun quarterfinals.
Wow.
And we're just getting started. Semifinals. We got a lunch break coming up.
We're one round closer.
We are one round closer to the Dream Final. I mean, a lot of people are looking at this bracket. You got LSV and Nassif on opposite sides of the bracket. Figure they get to the finals, and then we all win. Yeah, we all win if they get to the finals.
We don't even have to play at that point.
Scott Vargas sweeps Tanahashi 3-0. He plays against Brian Robinson, who got the sweep there. So that'll be black-white tokens against the Doran of Many Colors deck. Meanwhile, Yamamoto with his Boat Brew will be playing against Nassif with his 5-color. That's where we'll be. We're going to go take a lunch break. We will be back with semifinals of Pro Tour Kyoto. Stay tuned.